What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla stock and talk about some very, very big news that just came out as Tesla got a major upgrade from a major analyst. So I'm going to break down how this could affect Tesla's share price, why it's up over 6% as of right now, what's going on with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers, and what you should be watching for today. But before I break anything down about all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I'm firstly not a financial planner, so take none of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you are guaranteed up to 12 free stocks. The offer ends very soon, in just about 3 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with Tesla and the market. Looking at Tesla, we got this nice breakout from this resistance area right over here. You can see we were testing the previous high at this 256 level. We gapped all the way up there, and now we're starting to push up very nicely. Also breaking above this 260 resistance. Tesla's looking very strong so far. Then Tesla ended up pushing into this next minor resistance level, and Tesla's holding above it quite nicely. So it looks like we're going to see a nice surge in the price, a nice surge in volume as soon as we open. But the real question is, how high can Tesla go? And that's why you're going to be watching how it reacts to some very important resistance levels and also support levels, because you want to be open-minded nonetheless. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple of things before I talk about Tesla and then the stock price. First, as a reminder, we have consumer inflationary expectations at about 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. That's going to be important, so it could cause some volatility, but that's about it for today. There's not much else data. Don't forget that as of right now, the market is trying to push up as a whole. Apple has a very big day coming up too. Apple is going to likely unveil its newest iPhone this week, as soon as tomorrow, possibly. And as a result, Apple may try to continue to push up. Apple is going to help Tesla in the market to some extent as well. But don't forget, Tesla has its own news. Apple's already up 1.33%. I was calling Apple pushing. It's already trying to push up quite nicely. And as you can see, SPY is getting dragged up too. The market is trying to push. I was talking about the market pushing yesterday, and that's what's happening so far. Don't forget to watch like Instacart and a couple of others for their IPOs coming out for some time, and this is going to be very interesting. Besides that, there's not a whole lot else to be talking about. But anyways, some good news, at least for the stock market. The stock market's holding up quite nicely. What's going on with Tesla? Tesla surges on the Morgan Stanley upgrade that sees a $600 billion Dojo AI boost. This is very bullish news. It is AI once again, and we're starting to see the analyst Adam Jonas saying that once again the Dojo supercomputer is going to be a very bullish catalyst, and he's boosted his price target to $400 a share, the highest on Wall Street, and he lifted his rating to overweight for Tesla from an equal weight rating based off the assumption that the Dojo supercomputer could add $500 million to Tesla's market value. That's insane. That is incredible, and that's going to help Tesla surge like crazy. So he's talking about the Dojo supercomputer, the AI technology is going to be used for their learning, the AI learning, the future probabilities, the profitability of the company, and for it's to improve the FSD as well. So all of this stuff is very bullish in his opinion. He was doing another analysis of it, and he mentioned that this is going to help them adopt a faster rate of improvements and mobility for the robotaxi and other services. So that's some very bullish news. Right over here, we can see the market cap has increased over almost 800 billion. So very awesome for Tesla. That's once again very awesome for them. They're expecting some strong earnings for the longer term. And they mentioned once again, Tesla, what it's doing right now, especially for its energy sectors, are very awesome. You can see right here, these are their targets so far. So in the past, they were saying Tesla's only going to go to 220, 250. Now they're saying Tesla has a new price target of $400. Very bullish news. This is what we were looking for, and now Tesla has broken out. All right, so anyways, now I'm going to talk about some important levels. So I was looking at some like fib levels, and also I was basing these levels based off like the previous resistance levels Tesla had in the past. So I did a mix of all of those, by the way, in case you're curious about how these levels came. But that doesn't really matter right now. I just want to focus more on the price. So Tesla, it's breaking out, right? It's making higher highs and higher lows, and there's no true sign of a downtrend just yet. It's continuing to uptrend right now, and when we open, we're going to see a surge in volume. It's going to try to continue pushing. So you're going to be watching 266 as resistance. If Tesla breaks this, watch it try to push up to 268 to 270. If that breaks, the next level is going to be 272, then 274, and that's where it's going to become pretty crazy if it tries to get all the way up there. Now, that's pretty far away, though, but just watch these resistance levels very, very carefully. We're going to be watching to see how it reacts. It is still looking very, very strong. Now, for support, just as a reminder, you want to be watching this 263 zone. This is acting as support as of right now. If it breaks below that, there's some support at like 262.5, but the stronger support is going to be around this 260 zone. This is where we had previous resistance. So you're going to be watching that very carefully. And then there's 258, then 256. And if it breaks below 256, then Tesla's going to sink. By the way, I'm just talking about both perspectives just to be open-minded. But how is it looking so far? As of right now, it's looking like it's going to attempt to push higher. You're going to be watching this 266 resistance. There's a good chance that it may try to break that and just try to continue going higher to at least 268 plus to 270. There's a good chance that's going to happen, but we have to break and hold 266 first. When we open, watch for more buyers and some FOMO buyers to start stepping in. All right, guys, so as of right now, it's looking very, very strong, and Tesla's going to help the market continue to push up. But remember what else I was saying, guys. I was telling you all yesterday that it's not just Tesla, but Apple is going to be a big one for the week. Apple is starting to surge. I drew out this support right over here, and you can see we're getting this very, very nice looking accumulation structure down here, the inverse head and shoulders playing out. And we have this unfilled gap on Apple all the way up to about this 182 zone. We're currently at 180.6 on Apple. Apple's going to try pushing, most likely approaching the big event. The market's going to most likely pump. And this is all bullish news so far. So this is going to help the market pump. Apple and Tesla are going to be two big ones to watch for. As of right now, I'm saying we're pumping. I'm not saying it's going to last for the whole week because remember, guys, Apple has the events tomorrow. After these events, anything could happen. It could always sink afterwards too. You never know. That's going to be for Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, we have CPI coming out. So I'm just talking about today. For today, the market is pumping and we're looking more bullish. Now, for SPY, I'm now going to use Webull for this part because I could go a lot quicker on Webull and TradingView. I just want to quickly mention that we have this unfilled gap all the way up to 449. We're currently at 447.8. I was calling this thing pushing up towards these imbalances, and that's exactly what's happening right now in the pre-market. So it's looking strong. We got a bullish cross on the 4-hour PPO. So long as SPY tries to hold these levels, with Apple pushing, with Tesla pushing, this thing could get dragged all the way up to fill the gap and get very close to 450. It looks more bullish overall with the inverse head and shoulders. I'm going to likely try to push up, but always be prepared for the fact that Apple has a big event tomorrow. Things could change tomorrow depending on that. And then don't forget about CPI for Wednesday. Okay, but until then, as of right now, the market is trying to push up. It looks strong so far. The triple Q we were talking about, I think I was using the 30 minutes time frame for this part. We had this imbalance at 377. I was talking about it as going all the way up here, and we're actually getting very close to that. So this 377 area, followed by potentially like the 378s, could be tested very soon. QQQ is up about 0.8% with Tesla and Apple pumping, looking strong so far. Nvidia, we were talking about a bounce on Nvidia off this demand zone. Let me just show you what it looked like on TradingView. So when you look at Nvidia, it had that very important demand between 448 and 450, right? We have a tendency of bouncing off this critical level. I could show you the chart from like the last couple of weeks, right? You could see we touch it, we bounced, we touched the support, we bounced here, we bounced here, we bounced here, and now it's trying to bounce. Nvidia is trying to break to the upside, currently at 462. Now it's going to be testing resistance at 465 most likely. If we could break this is going to be key because we have a confluence of resistance over here. We have the 465 historical resistance, then we have this trend line acting as resistance. If we get above both of them, it's going to fill the gap and push into the almost 470, if not a little bit higher than that, into the 470s. Don't forget about this imbalance right here, which could drag Nvidia up. It looks like a double bottom is forming. It looks a little bit more bullish. Going to be looking for a nice pop. Looks quite nice so far. So anyways, guys, I went over the majority of the stocks out. I want to get this video out there as fast as possible so you know what levels to be watching for on Tesla. And Tesla is trying to push right now. It's looking relatively strong so far. There's no sign of weakness just yet. We can't really call that. So watch your levels carefully and just get ready for this thing to potentially push. watch all these different resistance levels, and then don't forget that today is likely going to be a bullish day for the markets, but Apple has the big event for Tuesday. We're going to see what happens after that because Apple's going to dictate the market for that day. And then Wednesday's CPI day. You never know what's going to happen. Always be open-minded. All right, so hopefully this video was helpful for the pre-market. Take care, everyone. Do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Tesla to the moon. Let's see Tesla try to push, and peace out.